All right, everybody, just really quickly before my phone dies, we got the furnace disconnected today. Ed and I went crazy on the duct work, got started with zip screws, and then the rest of it we found out was old-fashioned sheet metal screws. Well, those are roofing nails, but old-fashioned flat-bladed screwdriver by hand. Took the rest of it all down and out, or at least down in a pile over here. Cold air return was built out of lumber on the sides with just flat material and roofing nails on the bottoms and top. So that pulled down as that big piece over there. Ripped him off the ceiling in this area and pulled a bunch of stuff out of this transition area here, which was good. Disconnected the power to that. Pulled a bunch of old low voltage and weird old electrical down. We are replacing the main beam and the posts or the tree. On this one, we're going to do nice fresh steel and a couple nice lallicalums. And that means I got to pull all these little nails that are like packed in nice and tight. I got to pull all this armor, take it easy up there. Pull all this armored cable off the beam and stuff so that's clear to come out. We got old light fixtures and stuff out of the ceiling here. This old cold air return was extreme. There you can see upstairs finally, but was all rotted, a big rotten hole in it here. I don't know, from humidity. Here the dryer blew the humidity at the wall for so long that it pocked out and eroded this block from the inside out as it's being eroded from the outside in, as evidenced here by the stick of wood that the electrical service was anchored to. When I took him off, we're still got the pink surface of the block there. So again, like almost like a shadow. It was just blowing humid dryer air because it wasn't plumbed out until like last year. At least for years and years it was just this is all the lint and stuff still sticking to the wall. We packed a rag into the sewer line that goes out there because the sink and dishwasher that sits on the other side, there it is there, sits on the other side of the kitchen, that came along and was coming down the wall, and when I got behind it to pop that piece of wood off, it just broke right in half and fell off and broke right down there where it was reduced paper thin basically and broke and fell off. So I cut that back, and then I went and just when I cut it free of the down tube from the kitchen sink, I just pulled that down through the floor. So I don't know how the kitchen sink was attached or not attached in the past, but that's not that anymore. Not connected. This, when it hit the floor, broke again. I mean, this is the state of your kitchen sink piping that was going on here. Old cast iron and zinc plated and whatnot. The hot water tank literally in the middle of the room. And I used to joke about it, and I felt like it was to the one side, but nope, it's right in the middle of the room. And it's rigidly plumbed, directly in, rigidly sweat, and it's been replaced like 1, 2, 3 times, Ed was saying. Or he was looking at it and seeing. I mean, there's anatomy here that should be flexible and have union ends and stuff on it so that you can replace him and do different things. He had a 2007 anode service, so there's that. But all of these water lines that are below the plane of this framing, those are all coming out. I mean, now that we basically have no drain from the kitchen and the sewer was actually backing up to black water all over the floor, I'm pretty sure I do still want to have water service here for outside, but I don't think anybody's going to be running any water down the drain inside anymore. And so I got to play this game of when I'm done with water outside, then I can turn it off at the street and I'll cut a bunch of it out of here and try to be careful about just capping it again so I can go back to having it outside. That's important to me. But that means I can get all that copper down at that time, take it off the wall for the washer. And with the skid steer, tires and wheels happening, as soon as that comes back, I can come in through the wall finally and load this equipment stuff out of here finally. There's a lot of material in this pile, so it's asking me to turn on battery saver. Anyway, we're going to try and rinse that off, but leave it to be dry. It can't sit in the rain for months, but try to keep enough material around so that when we're hooking up the furnace again, maybe there's some stuff in there we can use. There's things that will be a part of the furnace, but maybe just some adapters and different pieces and stuff that we'll want. I would love to convert this place to radiator heat, but we are going to try and put PEX in this floor so that someday it could have radiant heat in it any time. But all kinds of stuff to still do here, but today was a big day and just pulling old systems and crap out. Stay tuned. We'll see you. Well, Sean said, because today's Thursday, he said Monday next week, but he's here already with his serious equipment. I'm gonna try and stay out of his way, but also get video of this. He knows just what he's doing and just how it needs to be done. He was 18 when he did my parents' basement, and I was 10. His dad's gone now, so he's running the show, but he's got a good size mini. I mean, it's not a mini X, it's a medium size, and a serious, probably 100 horse or more. I'm probably making a fool of myself. It might be 150 or more. Anyway, he just smashed my tree over. I was thinking I had a big problem here because the branches were just touching that. And he told me yesterday he can't get in here with the beams, but he fixed that. And then we got, for going, I think, down into the basement, probably some nice little cabless machines, so you can save yourself the hand digging almost everywhere if you can, by having this cute little mini X without a cab on top or a roll cage, and this more serious guy, and various buckets and all that stuff. We got everything moved away. I gotta still take out flagstones and these concrete steps. Try to rush over here tomorrow and get this stuff up and out of the way here. Get the last few pieces of concrete along the wall in the garage that I couldn't get to before I put new skid steer tires on. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. But I didn't want to show up tomorrow and miss a bunch of the action opening this place up. We gotta get holes punched through and beams installed. Haven't seen the beams yet. Those will probably come on flatbed, the steel beams. So got his breaker hammer. Oh, and his little, I didn't even notice the bobcat there, so that's that too. And then my machine. So, oh, and I gotta put Ed's car on the street. I'll do that now. All right, gonna bust this baby wide open. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to say that today's Friday. I expected Sean, my lifting contractor, on Monday. Today was a packed day on the site for me to get all ready for him, because he does a really excellent job of what he does and doesn't want to deal with anything else. However, Sean put his equipment on the site yesterday. He's already smashed the tree down that I said I had to cut now, apparently, because he didn't think he liked that I was trepidatious about that, since it was brushing the neighbor's electrical service, and I'm not really an arborist. Anyway, I am headed in the work car to gut the work truck toolboxes, because I took it in for that coolant service and found out that basically I got a blown head gasket, and best case scenario, I'm going to do that whole project and then the coolant pump myself in my spare time. And so I got to get that stuff and get back to the site. My skid steer keys are on my truck key ring, and my skid steer might be in his way. And so I'm going to basically hustle to stay ahead of him and not get in his way all day today. Hopefully this goes all right, but it's going to be pedal to the metal here now. I'm going to do a lot of recording as much as I can, but I may or may not get a video out as soon as I might like. I've got a couple other full projects that have been recorded, and then I cleared the footage from my phone to make space to shoot more, and now the app that I use to edit on my phone can't find the clips that aren't on the phone anymore. They're in the cloud, and so I've got to get them back to my phone from the cloud. And you know, I'm still not paid to do any of this YouTube, and it's been years. So spread the word, tell your friends, watch videos. Maybe I could monetize the channel soon, and then I can afford to do stuff more effectively. Meanwhile, we've got a house to replace the foundation on, so catch you folks later. Little pigs, little pigs. Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, y'all. Back later. There are mysterious sounds from the basement. Let's see what's going on in there. Cribbing's here. Got a beam pocket there. Beam pockets in the chimney. I didn't even see those till now. God damn. You know, I've messed with a lot of weight. I've converted a couple foundations myself, stem walls to pole barn, when the foundation was so old and shitty that people are marveling at trusting the structural integrity, having a sense of it. I mean, we don't get engineering on how much can come out of here, this, that. Sean inherited the business from his dad. His dad, I don't know where he got it from, if his dad was doing stuff, but it's just, what do they call that? Knowledge, cultural knowledge, or tribal knowledge, or whatever. But he knows what he's doing. Getting this floor ripped up. Working under here with a couple, 1 or 2 sticks I left there. Ripping and tearing. Came through. Over there, I gotta get back to what I'm doing. Cutting these drains and water supply lines down and out of here. Another beam pocket there. I thought we were coming in on the other side. He got to me last minute and said, don't come in over there, I'll come in the back. So that's where we're doing it. It's a 100 horsepower machine with almost 2 tons, 1 3/4 ton lift capacity. And so I'm at 1 ton. So he's got 3/4 ton greater lift capacity and about twice the horsepower I've got for $120 new. So I got half as much horsepower and 2/3 the lift capacity for 1/1000th the cost on that machine. But mine's been good to me, but I bet you that one knows how to work without complaining. All right, stay tuned. Oh, what else was I gonna say? Oh, well, there's the phone line. Maybe I'll Instagram that. All right, we'll see ya. All right, that's Georgia Construction Day 1. Essentially, he's bringing beams the next day he's here. I think it's going to be Sunday, he said. So the steel beams are coming in. He's got some help to do those. He rolls them around on like an axle with wheels on it. So if you get it counterweighted, you know, if you balance it, you can zoom them right along and then scoot them in with machinery. So that goes okay. I'm going to try and be here and get some footage, even though it's going to be a Sunday, the Lord's Day. But this is the last of what I needed to demolish and what needs to go in a dump trailer to get out of here. That and that pile of shit out front. Old cast iron pipe, wood, and some tin or whatever, galvanized ductwork that we're not keeping. This is also got some... I'll pull that piece of pipe and stuff out. Maybe I'll do that when I got 2 hands free, that one there. But I saw around in there, although we could go down there in a second. The tree from there got dragged all the way over there. Chopped him up and put him by the road. And Sean smashed the front one out front too before I could try to cut it down. But I did get to cut the one down that was right in front of the house with my new chainsaw. Went out and got that M18 chainsaw. I'm loving it. This is all the ductwork that I think we'll try and keep and reuse. It's like sprinkling, but I just don't have it in me to run around and consolidate and cover stuff. It can get a little bit wet. We're going to have breezy summer weather again soon, and then on one of those days we'll cover it. I'm jingling here. What's jingling? These are beam pockets, like I said. He's got cribbing down here. Right inside. I don't even know how the hell he got. Oh, he's got a jack post here of his own. Quick lifting short. I guess it's just a quick jack post. It's not going to lift much. Must not have liked that, so he just threw a couple, or that extra one in there. So these will go like in this depression, in that depression over there. See, he's got them in here as close to where he's working as he can get, which is real nice. So over there, over here, over here, over there. And then I think probably, let's see, And they'll like a little hand digging and he'll be setting those up real nice. He'll probably be in here with something, I expect, and outside in a hole in the ground. In this case, where I think it's because if you squared this whole thing out, you got to be over here as well. It just makes this the only one that's outside the footprint. A little bit different where we get underneath the garage over there. That'll be a little different. And he's got these nice heavy baskets and all of his extra small blocks and long cribbing blocks. This is real cool. I'd like to get to this point for my little operation with the Speedy. Put it together, take it apart. So when Sean worked on my parents' house and I was a little kid, his dad was in charge, so it was Norman Georgia Construction. Cellars and foundations installed under existing buildings. So this stuff I think has been, yeah, Mecca Kroll, that's all. His dad would have bought that and stuff when I was a kid, when Sean was a kid even. This is obviously newer, but... All right. That's essentially big day one. This stuff goes quickly, and boy, does the money go flying out with this too, but it's because there's just a ton of overhead here. Way more than mine, if you've been listening to me rant about my overhead. Sean's probably 5 to 6, 7 times the amount of overhead. That's a 100-horse machine. MSRP brand new right now is like 110 to 120. I think I said that. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I think he said he spent 80 on it or something. And I didn't talk about what this one cost here, but yeah, those payments. Or when you own it outright and have to fix it. My stuff's consolidated over there out of the way. Oh, we got to pull the door down on the pod. Take my chaps off. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. You guys get to see my chaps on. People call them assless chaps, but I think all chaps are assless. All right, I've got a little like workshop here now at the very front with my stuff. We did get the bandsaw and his little Harbor Freight lathe in here. The ladder can sit outside. This is just in case you want to come by and steal my stuff, guys. So I'm going to slide the door down, take my big batteries home and my new chainsaw so I can look at it when I'm walking around the house late night thinking about my life. And we'll be back as soon as before you know it. All right, we'll see you.